What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Monday, September 5th, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all so much. I hope you had a great Labor Day weekend, and here we are on this Monday, this Labor Day, so it is that holiday. So if it applies to you and you get the day off, hope it goes great. And if not, well, on that grind. Let's take a look at the astrology for this Monday. I don't have my iPad. I forgot it at home. My bad. Sterling fell asleep on the way here, so he's sleeping next to me. So I'm just using my monitor here, and I have a bunch of emails popping up. Kind of a different vibe. Just decided to catch up on all my notifications. All right. Here we are. We're going to see that moon in Capricorn with the sun in Virgo, of course, so it's very grounded. Very earthly, very present, I would say, but there's a heaviness to the earth, of course, and it's heavy in a sense too because we're dealing with this moon that really starts off the day square Jupiter, retrograde at 6 Aries, and then just 4 hours later it does continue over in square Mercury, which is so close to going retrograde, just 4 days away from that on the 9th. So we're in this kind of place here with our emotions of trying to figure out these dedications, trying to figure out where we're going to kind of put this emotional effort in life. And it's through these changes in Virgo. It's through a lot of shifts and turns and, very kind of deep analytical thought. But with the Mercury shadow in Libra, it's very, I don't want to say worried about what other people are thinking about what the mission is or what you're trying to dedicate yourself to, but I would say that there is something about that today that's like, oh gosh, what are they going to say about my personal life? What are other people going to say about my goals? What are they going to say about what I want to accomplish? Or it doesn't really matter, but I think that this does put a lot of tension on our mind in many ways today and our environment and our home life. So there's definitely going to be some kind of, emotionally conflicted conversations, especially dealing with, maybe personal beliefs about what I think you should be doing this with your life, or I think you should be doing that. I feel like there's a heavy dogmatic energy today, especially with Jupiter still in opposition to Mercury, which is about to station and come back and hit that opposition again. So we've been dealing with that for a very long time. Still going to kind of play in here, but trying to get, our beliefs on page with our linear understanding of how we want to find this harmony and this balance and this beauty in our lives. It's coming through work and effort. It feels like if anything's going to happen, you got to put the effort in. And it's going to feel like our emotions are going against both our left brain and our right brain. So it's very conflicting in a sense. And with Venus now fully locked and loaded in Virgo, where it is at fall position, but sharing mutual reception with Mercury in Libra, because, Venus rules Libra, Mercury rules Virgo. So they're backing each other up. This is every now and then we get this with a Mercury that is ahead of the sun or whatever the case may be, but in Libra with Venus here in Virgo, and they help because our mind wants to figure out the relationships, but Venus in our heart and our self-worth, it's definitely trying to clean things up if they're not in alignment. So it's really focused on the purification, but it is also saying if you want that goddess or queen or king energy, especially on the fixed star Regulus exact today, you have to put the effort in. So I think that there's a heavy pull here for effort. We're going to see the moon also make that trine over to the sun in Virgo, which is nice. So it kind of has to go through this, big T-square energy and square big Jupe and little Mercury here. And the moon's in its detriment position too. So it's suppressing what your direction and what you want to make happen in your reality is not going to be the key right now. It's just pushing emotion down because you don't want to upset people or ruffle feathers. It's just going to make you feel it could definitely bring guilt. It could definitely bring a lack. We don't want to be in that position at all. We definitely want to use this to get things done. I feel like there is something about today where people are going to light it up with what they want to do. And it's funny that it falls on a calendar holiday, which is Labor Day, which is saying don't go to work, right? So it's almost one of those days where it's like great work can be accomplished today if you're willing to like get in tune with your core and put that into your mental and like, boom, make it happen. I feel like there's a little bit of like, if we're not willing to make things happen, we're going to like come to the end of the day and be like, I wasted my day. And I don't think we want to be in that position, especially with the moon finishing up in good aspect to the nodes by the evening with a sextile over to the south node and a trine over to the north node, which really is making this grand trine energy to the sun and the nodes. And also, if you think about it, right, the sun is approaching its trine to the north node as well, which is building up this week. So, ooh, it's just so much earth, which I like. I feel like we can really ground ourselves right now. And it is about finding that, sweet spot in our realities, in like what we're manifesting, what we're making happen, what we're changing, because it is a mutable season here. And even Venus came into this mutable Virgo energy. And with the south node Scorpio, especially at 15 degrees, like it's intense with these nodes at 15 degrees, super intense, because it really makes a grand cardinal cross to 0 Cancer, 0 Capricorn, with the, yeah, was it? It's actually 0 Aries, 0 Cancer, but then the south node gets 0 Cap and 0 Libra. So all these cardinal points are getting these semi-squares, these 45-degree angles. So it's very interesting. If you think about just the cardinal cross in itself, it is like the ascendant, the IC, the DC, the MC. So we're talking about like the 4 pillars right now: our identification, our core, the people in our lives, and the mission and the destiny and the legacy, and like why we're here is at this very fated moment. And a lot of it is like, we got to step up and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? That's the importance of today. And if we think about it too, the moon, when it's at 5 degrees of Capricorn, it's going to be in that 45-degree angle semi-square with Saturn. So there's lots of tension, and also, Uranus is semi-squared Jupiter, or it's heading to it again. So it's building up too. And Jupiter's a big planet. So, gosh, semi-squares are such interesting angles. They're like blind spots of tension. So we're all in this. And even Venus in Virgo is already stressed out, even though it is sharing reception with Mercury. But Mercury stopped, getting ready to station. So I think we have a lot of constructive things that need to get done on this Monday. It's interesting that it's a holiday, but sometimes it is that moon in Capricorn that needs to put its efforts into its personal life, and not just into some kind of a status or some kind of image that other people see, but to really step up for the personal life, the relationships, the things that do need to be let go of, that do need to be, with a south node in Scorpio, transmuted into creation, into this really beautiful energy of Taurus that wants to manifest top quality because of self-value and self-worth. And I guarantee for any of us right now, if we go into Monday with high self-esteem, we're not going to be feeling any sort of guilt, shame, lack, or even just like you didn't do enough today or in the past. And you won't be feeling that. You'll be much more mentally and physically aligned. And I think that that's, really the sweet spot. The moon also, before the day's over, is going to square Chiron in Aries too. So, like I said, the end of the day is very interesting. We're kind of fighting off demons within ourselves. So we need to be very careful about the judgment that we're putting on ourselves today and others. And make sure that, we're being picky for our self-worth, but we're not just being picky and nitpicky for nitpick's sake. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't want to just put that energy out there today. It's a day to dedicate and be focused, but on the stuff in your life that is most important that you want to accomplish. Appreciate you all very much. Sorry if my voice is a little low. I'm trying not to scream with Sterling sleeping on the couch next to me. Wore him out with the pool and the beach. It's been a weekend. It's been so good though. Oh my gosh, it's been so refreshing. I needed him. Big time. Alright. Queen of Swords energy today. That mental clarity and focus and direction. You know, some people might think it's cold, but it's not cold if it aligns with your values and, you know, you're kind of taking yourself up a notch, you know, and really staying like, I am not just going to do things for the sake of doing them. I'm doing things that have purpose built in. Four of Swords reversed. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. It's like, I feel like rest sounds very enticing, but it's almost like not a sleep day. It's not a rest day. It's not a go rejuvenate day. It's almost like you gotta pursue something. Like that's going to make potent impact on where you're going. And it's almost like you got the downloads already. It's time to shoot those into existence. I like that all the swords are going up, right? So instead of like just taking and receiving this energy, I feel like there's something about using that energy and projecting it outwards, because there's so much earth that it's like you have to take that mental and emotional place and put it into something physical. You'll feel better if you do today. And here's even an earth card with the coins, the 9 of coins in reverse, which I think is, don't sleep on your self-worth. Don't sleep on how much of a prized possession you are, and make sure that you're dedicating to that fully so that you are in this throne, in this power, in this place where you're rising above the rest. Capricorn is hierarchy. Capricorn is trophies. Capricorn is making things happen. And it is about the accolades, but it's not what the world sees. This is about you. Make sure that you are hitting your accolades, your goals, and not sleeping on today if you know that something important needs to go down to bring you alignment, purification, and beauty. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Monday, and I'll see you all for tomorrow's horoscope. Much love. Peace.